My name is Dan Hafley. I'm now retired as Executive Director of Odyssey. I was here for 20 years. Odyssey is a living science classroom on Monterey Bay. We use the Team O'Neill catamaran, which is a stable boat, and an education center at the Santa Cruz Harbor to provide a hands-on education experience for students. It involves science of the ocean and how to protect the ocean. We also provide curriculum for these students in their own classrooms. These students are 4th through 6th graders from an area that includes Monterey Bay, Monterey and Santa Cruz counties, Santa Clara County, and surrounding areas. So I was having a conversation with Doug Erickson. It was around one of these events around Tech Meetup and one of the many events in town that he was involved in, which is numerous. And I talked to him about this idea that we had talked about at Odyssey, finding an easier way to do data entry for the students in a way that the students can relate to, because this is a tech generation. Yeah, so the app is, for many years, we have been collecting data on the boat as part of our program. So it's a science program, so students will collect data on plankton, they'll collect data on the direction and the point at which the students are. So this is part of our navigation lesson. So actually they have coordinates. They'll also learn about marine ecology, so watersheds to the nearshore kelp forest habitat. So they'll count the number of sea otters, they'll look at the kelp, the health of the kelp beds, for example. All this is data that the students collect. And we used to do this with paper and pencil. So we got the idea to have an app where this data could be entered on the boat using a device, and then that could go directly to our website and be available to the students later on in their lessons in their own classroom or wherever they happen to be. So Laura Walker, who is our program manager, and I went to Hack UCSC a couple of years ago, and at the urging of Doug Erickson, we were actually able to pitch the idea of doing this app. And we got a couple of students who came up to us, and they call themselves the Plankton Guys, 4 students who worked on and developed this app for us.
And they offered to create an app for us that allowed our instructors to take data while at sea, and we could actually take iPads out, and they designed an app for us where we could enter that data, and it would go straight into the Odyssey website database where it could be accessed by our students once they're finished with the trip. That data that we take data such as sea surface temperature, wind speed, wind direction, plankton species identification, and all of that data goes to our app, through our app to the Odyssey website, where it leads the kids to an online learning experience they can do as a homework assignment after their trip. It kind of extends the Odyssey curriculum so that they have pre-trip educational materials, and then they have the Odyssey program where they're actually taking scientific data at sea, and then that scientific data goes to a post-trip educational program that's online. And so that's really been helpful to us to get the data onto the website quickly. So really by the time the kids get back to school, their data is there waiting for them. So to date, since we've gotten the app, that app has served 26,502 students, given them quick access to that data so that they can go home and use our online learning center for a homework assignment. That's associated with the Odyssey program.
So how do you come up with those numbers?
Well, I keep a database of all of the classes, and so I searched from 2014 to now, which is when we got the app built, and we update the exact number of students that come for each class. And so I just searched all of the students that we've had since, with each database from year-end 2015 through year-end 2019, all the actual students that we'd updated their numbers after they come. And that's how many we came up with, 26,502. Yeah, I see us continuing our very needed and vital program serving 4th through 6th graders throughout the entire Central Coast. I see us continuing to increase our responsiveness to all of the environmental issues as they come up, as we need to incorporate more climate change or stormwater and plastic pollution into our curriculum. We're very well positioned to do that. And I continue also seeing us making sure that our community service projects with our students are responsive to those needs as well.
So what's next for Dan?
Dan is retired, so Dan is going to enjoy life. His wife is retired, and I've gone on a couple of boards, but occasionally I'll visit O'Neill Sea Odyssey. The organization's in great hands with Laura Walker and Rachel Kippen and Nikki Brooks and Patrice Riley and the entire crew, as well as our board of directors, headed by Bridget O'Neill. And of course, this is all in the vision of Jack O'Neill, who is our founder.